Hi everyone, it's Ann here from Ann Makes. Thanks so much for stopping by. If you are new here, please remember to subscribe by clicking on the subscribe button below. And don't forget to click on the bell so you'll be notified whenever I post a new video. And you can also click on the Ann Makes that will be in the corner of the screen, one of those corners. And that way you are subscribed. And yeah, clicking on the bell will notify you whenever I post a new video. So today is video number 3 in the Cricut how-to series, and we are going to be looking at how to use the original Cricut, the very first Cricut die cutting machine that was put on the market by a Cricut. It was called I believe the Cricut for personal use, and I dug mine out of storage, and I had to re-educate myself on how to use it because it had been a while. So in that process I realized, it's really easy to learn. So I've made this video upon multiple requests from a small group of my viewers who have the older Cricuts, the versions that were not Bluetooth enabled, it's just, you cannot use Cricut Design Space with them and such. So I thought, okay, they're requesting me to do this video, and a lot of you just hadn't even taken the Cricut out of the box. So I made this video just for you guys. I hope that you find this useful, and please appreciate that I've been spending a lot of hours and days making these videos for my viewers. So here we go. We're going to turn away now because the filming I did for the original Cricut was done from a different angle, and like I said, it's been pre-filmed, so that is what you are about to watch here. So the first thing is you need to plug in your machine, and that's what I've done. It's first plug it in the back, plug the cord here for the power in the back, and then plug it in a wall outlet, and push this button, it will open, and it will scroll a little message here. It says insert cartridge. That's the first thing you do. And I'm using the original cartridge that came with the original Cricut. See, I still have the manual here, and this was called George and Basic Shapes. I don't have the original box anymore, but this is the little booklet that explains everything. In the book, it explains what to do. The user manual explains everything you need to know as well. So you take this cartridge and you place it here, and now it says here George, and it's probably very difficult for me to get that on camera because of the colors. George and Basic Shapes version 1.0 loaded. So it knows now that this cartridge is in, and then it says slide mat into Cricut and press load paper to begin. So that is what you do. So I suggest that before you turn on your machine and do this part, is that you know what you're going to cut, what you're going to do with it. So I'm just going to turn this off right now, just so we don't waste power. So you go through the book, and maybe you'll want to choose one of the few projects that they have there in the beginning, and maybe you just want to die cut some shapes. So many things you can do. And with George and Basic Shapes, which was the very first, this is like, we're talking way back, the original Cricut, this was the very first cartridge that they had. I know if you search online, it is possible to find all the designs. So here on the overlay for the keyboard, you basically see that it can die cut all these letters and some words. Like it can die cut words like birthday blessings, thanks, I love you, and the, for you, and from. So it was a very basic cartridge, but it was really a great start. You could do a lot with this one cartridge. And if that's all you have, well, you think about it, you can cut out all your numbers and all your letters for a lot of your projects. You can make some nice cards and die cut some sayings for them. You also have the ability to die cut punctuation, like question marks, money sign, hashtags. You can do those. And there's even a heart, flower, and this is to make like a background for some labels or tags. Here you have speech bubbles. Here you have an octagon. There's some rectangles here and squares, ovals, circles. This will cut nice perfect circles for you. Triangles, stars. So if this is what you have in your arsenal, and if this is all you have, you can get a lot done still. Even though this is an old machine, there's a lot that you could still do with this. So for those of you who really don't know how to use this, this is what we're going to do right now. I'm going to show you how to do this. So this is the original mat that came with the original Cricut. It is 6 by 12. It has this mylar sheet. You should keep that. Don't throw that out because it's very important. It retains the stickiness of the board. So you peel this off and expose the sticky stuff. Now, considering I've had this for 20 years, it has been used and it has lost some stickiness. But this is not the this is not the very first one I've had. That one's long gone. But this one still has some stickiness remaining, so that's pretty good. And I've maintained it, I've cleaned it so I could keep its stickiness as long as possible. And there's a lot of videos on YouTube from other YouTubers who show hacks of how to clean your mats, your mats, and how to restick them. And it's not something that Cricut endorses for sure. But Cricut doesn't sell these little mats anymore. They're just not available on the market. So you might want, you want to do everything you can to preserve the one you have. But I've also seen videos of people making hacks of making their own sticky backboard, little mats like similar to this, with some, dollar store products, and they've had success with it. I haven't tried that yet. But it's worth a shot if you really love your Cricut. Okay. What I want to show you is that, let's say all you want to do is cut nice circles. And you can do that with this old. Even though it's old, it's still possible to cut circles with it. Okay. Here we have our Cricut blade. The way you take this out is you unscrew this bolt here, just unscrew it, and open the little, so you move the lever to the right, open it like this, and then you can pull out the housing here, the blade housing. And see, I'm going to push on the top here so you can see that's the blade there sticking out. The blades can be replaced. This one had gunk on it. The blades can be replaced, and even though they don't make this machine anymore, you can still buy blades for your Cricut. So that's the good news, okay? and this is calibrated to a certain length. I have it on 3 here, which seem to be like the middle mark, so I suggest that's a good place to start. Just like when you have a sewing machine and you're not sure what's going to be the best tension, pressure, all that, just, you know, kind of start in the middle and then work your way back and forth with the, you know, the pressure and the tension. And you might start like at 3, or you might start at medium or middle, or whatever. Every machine will call it something different, and you just play with it. Back in there, just reinsert the housing there. So this line here, the bottom, will be underneath this black thing here. Okay, so you slip it in, little lever back to the left side, and tighten. Just tighten it, make sure it's all, doesn't matter which way you have this facing, it should work either. So I've chosen a piece of scrap paper that I have. That is not the full length of the mat, but that's okay, because I don't want an oval, I just want a circle here. I just want to make a 4-inch circle. So I take the Cricut mat, I've applied the paper to it, and just add some pressure to make sure that it sticks to the mat. Now you want to insert it straight. You don't want it to curve up on the edges, so you just make sure it goes in straight. Tuck it under this blade housing, and just tuck it under the wheels here that you see on this bar. And just make sure it's straight, it's lined up. Just line it up against this little piece here. All right, and press load paper. All right. Choose my circle, and in order to choose a circle, because these shapes are not the first design that can be cut, you just press shift lock. It's like uppercase almost. And here where the Q is, that's also where there's a circle. So we press that, and it says here automatically circle. So confirm that that's what you're cutting. And on this side here with this dial, we dial to the size of circle we want. Now, the minimum size of circle we can cut is a 1 inch, and the maximum size we can cut is a 5.5. So, but we're gonna try, let's say a 4. Let's try to cut a 4-inch circle, just, you know, just for sake of this video. And then you just press cut. It's done cutting, and it says here use the keypad to enter character if you want to cut something else, because it assumes that there's still paper on the mat, or you just unload paper because you're done cutting. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to unload because we just want a circle. That's it. So we take this off like so, and you just peel off the paper. And there you go. You have a circle, a beautiful, evenly cut 4-inch circle. And you just peel this off like so, and you are ready to make your project. That's the beauty of an electronic die cutting machine, is that it does a lot of the work for you, but you have to tell it what to do. So, but this was the very first machine, very, very basic. And I want to show you the keypad overlay. So as I was showing you before, we wanted to cut a circle. So I had you press shift lock here, and then Q, because that's where the circle is. So that's what you do when you want to cut any of the shapes that are in gray here on the white keys. You have to press shift. And everything is explained in the little booklet that came with the cartridges. And it's really each key, basically, each symbol that's on this keypad overlay is basically explained in this little booklet. So you have to look through the booklet and find you know, specific instructions if you want to use another character or another shade that's on the same button as something else. And there's all these other functions here, but I can't really go into all that if you don't have a specific project in mind. So yeah, so you just follow here and it will tell you exactly in this booklet which buttons to press, and to just press those buttons and have fun die cutting with your original Cricut. That's how you use the original Cricut, and that is also how you use most of the Cricuts that came following that. Of course, it's not the same for the Cricut Maker and Cricut Explorer Airs, but for those of you who have the older versions, I hope that this is helpful and that really you are less intimidated, and I hope that you're really less intimidated now to use your electronic die cutting machine. So I hope you found this useful. Please give this a thumbs up. Please like, comment, share, of course, if you found this helpful. And I do read all your comments as usual. And until next time, stay crafty. Bye.